Good morning, millennials. Welcome back to the Morning Toast. Happy hump day. It is Wednesday to all who celebrate. And speaking of a gal who seems to be celebrating hump day in a rather unique and special way, hey, Jax, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Yes, thank you for noticing. I am celebrating hump day with a sweatshirt that says Happy Hump Day. But then the H is crossed out, so it says Dump Day. It's like very cool and trendy.
It's like kind of disgusting.
No, like
it's so unlike you, like duty day.
No, like we're dumping boys.
Oh.
But of course, your mind like always goes to duty.
I'm only human.
She always has duty on the mind. And what's a fun fact?
Must be duty on the brain.
What's a fun fact about this sweater is, one, it's from Revolve, so it's very cool.
So it's definitely not poop, because Revolve, the girls who wear Revolve don't poop.
Would never. And second thing is, I actually bought it for you because I saw it when I was placing a Revolve order. I was like, oh my God, Hump Day, that's so cute. Like, that's so me and Claudia will be like my next gift to her.
Mm-hmm.
But then I got it and I was like, why not me?
What if I just kept it?
What if I just kept it? I always want to wear it, but every time I notice it, it's never Wednesday. And finally, everything lined up today. I'm wearing the sweater, and the fact that you noticed it does make me feel RDH that I didn't give it to you.
Let me tell you something. Don't feel RDH, because I live in Manhattan, and I really only have space for so many crew necks. And if I'm gonna reserve space for a crew neck, it's gonna be from shopmorningtoast.com. So I wouldn't be too upset.
Okay, I'm not too upset. I thank you for, releasing my burden. But I'm glad that you like it. And I'm just celebrating Hump Day. It's so exciting that it's Wednesday. Getting over the hump.
I love when it's an unexpected hump. Obviously, this is a short work week because of Labor Day, and we are so grateful to the laborious nature of the week. So I just love when a hump day sneaks up on you. It's like I wasn't even ready for it. Oh, and not only is it hump day, but it's also the day that I see Lemme, Michele, and Funny Girl.
Well, that's a story this morning, so hold all your thoughts in. I'm very, very excited for you. It sounds like it's going to be amazing. We'll get into it.
I'm speechless. I actually have not been this excited for something in so long. I was telling Ben last night, I think I'm going to cry.
You're a part of something.
Not only am I a part of something, but it's something that has such deep meaning for me. I am Rachel Berry. I identified with her so much growing up as the most annoying human being on the planet. And I literally cannot wait.
You're Fanny Brass and Strass.
Fanny Brass and Strass, Brass and Strass. Do you think she's going to perform that?
I heard that they're actually not performing the hits. They're not performing Bryson Streisand, and they're not performing that other song, The Man.
My man, for whatever my man is, I am here.
What's the deal?
Forevermore.
What's the deal with that song? Is it from the movie and not the show?
Yeah, it was never adapted for the stage, and it is exclusively a movie song, but it's so popular, especially related to Lemme, Michele, because it's one of the songs she sang on Glee, and it's this iconic moment where everyone's just fucking fed up with Rachel. She's we've had enough of Rachel. She's trying out for, I think it's the play where her and Mercedes, they cannot decide who to give the lead to. So they both do a final callback and they give it their all. And of course, Rachel sings My Man from Funny Girl. And it's so spectacular. Of course, they have no choice but to give the role to Rachel, even though Mercedes was just as qualified and was never getting the lead in anything, justice for Mercedes. But the performance was so powerful, and that's where Kurt Hummel says, right when she's done, everyone's literally in tears. And Kurt is she may be difficult, but boy, can she sing.
Yes.
And that's really just what people have now adapted from Rachel Berry onto Lemme, Michele. She may be difficult, but boy, can she sing.
Okay. Hold all your thoughts. It's our first story. We have a lot of great stories today, so I'm really looking forward to that.
And it's Wednesday, which means it's Dear Toasters Day. And we have an update from somebody who wrote in last week about her husband and his yellow teeth. We did tell her she was being a little bit of a naggy bitch wife. And her response is so funny. And she was really receptive. So I love a Dear Toasters update. And we have 2 other submissions from new girlies who are in need of our Fox Force 5 help. So that'll be at the end of the show.
Great.
I'm excited.
I'm excited too. I love an update.
Oh, my man, I love him so. He'll never know. The fact, my excitement for seeing Funny Girl was 100 out of 10. And now that there's no My Man, and I knew there wasn't going to be, I thought maybe they were changing a lot of stuff with Leah, adding things, taking things out. I thought maybe they would add My Man, and now my excitement's like a 50 out of 10, which is still really high, but like I'm definitely disappointed.
Maybe they'll hear the cries of the fans once again. They keep trying to do things their own way, and the fans are like, stop it. We know what's best for this program.
Yeah.
Maybe they won't add it for tonight, but maybe down the line.
Well, I guess I just have to see it again.
And again, even though you didn't do your research and you didn't see it with Beanie and you haven't watched the movie and you won't have anything to compare it to.
Nothing. But that's the thing, like for me, and I know this is like a problematic statement, but that's me, you're problematic girly. Like for me, the movie Funny Girl is Lea Michele. Like I only know what the movie is because I was such a Gleek growing up. I don't really, and I know this is gonna sound crazy, like I don't identify with Barbra Streisand like whatsoever. To be honest, like I don't even really like her. Like I know gays do not come for me. Like I am still very much an ally. I'm just personally not a Barbra girly. Like I really don't know anything about her. She's not my girl. So when I think of Funny Girl, the film, and I know it's like Barbara's role, like I am a younger person who just thinks of it as Lea Michele's role.
You probably wouldn't even like the movie if you watched it.
For sure. That's why I haven't, by the way. I don't even know what the movie's about. So, like, for me, the fact that moving forward, like, my one and only reference of Funny Girl will be the Broadway version with Lea Michele. Like, I am okay with that.
That's enough for you.
Dianu.
Okay. You've convinced me.
I'm, like so convincing these days.
Yeah, you're constantly convincing me, but also it's like you didn't do your homework and you're telling the teacher all the reasons why. And is the teacher ever like, yeah, you shouldn't have done your homework?
Well, you know what? That's what teachers get for giving out homework. Homework is such bullshit conceptually. Like if I ever become a teacher, which honestly, maybe I would never give homework.
Pray for these campers.
Like, how do we expect the kids to go into school every day, participate in activities, have a social life, spend time with their friends and family, get some time to relax and take care of their mental health, and also give them homework? Like, it's just not, it's not feasible. I'm not into homework.
Well, in defense of homework, if I may.
You, by the way, I thought of something. I know who you are.
Ew.
You're that kid in class who's like, wait, were we supposed to have a pop quiz today?
Never.
Yeah.
No,
that's
no.
you.
I'm not. I was not that kid in class. I would never be that kid in class. But now,
that's you.
Just like as a parent and as an adult, like there are a few things about homework which is why they exist. First of all, homework and activities and keeping the kids busy is important for the kids. Otherwise, the kids will get up to no good.
But kids are so busy. Like, they have a lot going on. Extracurriculars, sports, tutoring. Like,
also, it's important for, like, your critical learning skills to learn something in the classroom and then go home and apply it by yourself and see if you're able to take what you learned and apply it.
No, for sure. Conceptually, yes. But I think like after years of us all going to school, like we realized like shit we learned in school like didn't stick.
The important things stick. Knowing how to read.
Like what?
Knowing how to read.
But that's like a learning to ride a bicycle. Like if you're telling me you're learning to read in school and then you're using your ability to read every single day in school but not at home, you're gonna forget how to read?
No, but you get better at it. You start with like picture books, letter books, then you go into like the Cat in the Hat type books, then you go into the chapter books, and eventually like you're reading Jane Eyre. It's a stage progression of reading comprehension.
No, for sure. Okay, so I went to school and I literally never read Jane Eyre.
Okay, you read other books.
No, I really didn't. I never read the required reading. Wuthering Heights, don't know her. Dorian Gray, don't know her.
So what's your point?
That I am a successful, wonderful person who doesn't believe in homework.
I think even knowing how to evade your homework is a skill.
Oh my God.
Knowing how to
you are such a little fucking rat. Like, no, Jackie, homework is not helpful. Like, let's just leave it at that. You're literally you're Miranda Cosgrove in School of Rock with the demerits and the gold stars.
Now I am, but I wasn't when like I was in school.
No, I don't think that's how you were as a student, but now like that's who you are.
Okay, fine. She's keeping everyone on track. There's a reason why she's the manager.
You went home and like Googled what a groupie is, and you're going to report Ned Schneebly to the principal, played by Joan Cusack.
Well, it's inappropriate for the kids to be groupies, for sure.
Literal. What is the kid version of a Karen? Like, because you're not a Karen by any means, but like Miranda Cosgrove was like a
tattletale.
Yeah, a tattletale. Snitch. You're a motherfucking snitch, bitch. Like,
no, because I don't think I would tell the teacher that you didn't. I would actually never, even adult me, I would never tell the teacher that I didn't do your homework. I'd just be the friend that'd be like, Claude, this is why we should do our homework. Homework is cool. Homework is fun.
And then I wouldn't be your friend, like, for real. I'd be like, that Jackie?
But I'm so cool and funny. You can't resist me.
I would be like, guys, isn't that redheaded girl Jackie like so fucking annoying?
Oh my God. No, that's
She's
you.
toxic.
You're the annoying girl in class.
Okay, fine. I'm the annoying girl. You're the toxic girl. Fair. We all have our strengths. So I'm ready to dive in. I don't have anything else to catch up on. You? How's Roldini? How's Bryce, etc.?
Thank you for asking about Bryce. It was a rough night for Bryce.
Maybe we should talk about. Wait, why was it a rough night?
Because he woke up. He was sleeping with mommy, which he does now, which is so gorgeous. Not every night, but most nights. And I woke up to him throwing up, and it was so sad. So I was like up at midnight cleaning up his throw up. And then the whole night I was just so worried about him.
Of course.
He seems to be okay today. He's definitely taking it easy, laying on heating pad, letting his stomach settle. But
the thing is with our little angel dogs, they have very sensitive stomachs. And a lot of times they just throw up and it's not like indicative of any sort of illness. They're just like felt like throwing up, you know?
Yeah, also he is getting a lot of extra food recently since we started solids. Like he always gets to lick down the high chair. Harry's always like dropping things for him. And so he is eating more. I'm not going to say like he's been a perfect angel and I don't know why this is happening.
Right. No, you know.
So I know I need to definitely keep a tighter leash on Bryce. I thought I was doing what was best for him by letting him get in, a little bit here and there. But no, he needs regimen.
He's a regimented king.
He is. So
he and I have that in common.
That was sad for last night and tiresome for me, but
yeah, that's the worst. Like when you are sleeping and you hear the
oh my God,
and their backs are like
yeah, it was really, really sad.
Oh, poor Bryce. Well, I'm wishing him well. Please send him my best.
Thank you. That will mean a lot to him.
I know it will. I fucking love Bryce, but not as much as I love Roldini. You sent me a video. And it was really tough. Like you said, I get Roldini content on the hour. Like
whenever it's on demand.
I'm spoiled at this point. So for something to really take my breath away in the way, not to be annoying, because like nobody who's listening will ever be able to see this video, and that's what makes me feel special. The way that you sent me a video of Harry riding on a golf cart with the wind in his hair, like I really, like I was not okay.
Good.
I will not be okay.
Good.
And good.
Come visit.
And the way I am like minutes away from kidnapping your child, like he's, to put it simply, he's mine.
Well, why don't you just come down here? Like I'm looking at the flamingos. Not only is Rold missing you, Bryce is missing you, the flamingos are missing us. We put up this gorgeous wallpaper for when we're together, and it's been a few weeks, and they're like,
bitch, I've literally spent 3 motherfucking you've been gone for what? Like 6 weeks?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I've spent 50% of the time at your fucking house.
And it's not enough.
Bitch, come here.
I'm trying, but I'm settling my September calendar.
Oh, okay, Lady Mary.
I have to look at my agenda.
Yeah. You do that. And while you're looking, drop Roldini off at my house.
For sure, but your Wenchy energy?
Yes. I become Wenchy when I have Roldini withdrawal. And I'm withdrawal from Roldini right now. And I'm pissed. I am. And that video really ignited something in me. Stop it. Seriously. Wow. This was cute. You have a house. Come back. It's not funny.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize.
It's not fucking funny. I know you're not happy. I know you're putting on a smile for the podcast and for the family chat, but I know you're not happy. So stop it and come back.
Wow.
The thing about Olivia is that Olivia is happy. I see it. There's a sadness behind those eyes.
Do you really think I'm not happy?
No, but for the purposes of this sketch, yes.
Oh, okay. Great.
No, like I know you're happy, but like not as happy as if Roldini was in my arms, you know?
For that moment, yes, but overall, you have to look at the big picture.
Because let's be real, like Roldini, and I think this is probably with children in general, like you cannot wait to get your hands on them. And then like your arms hurt after a couple minutes and like he's pulling your hair and it's like, can someone else take it?
Right. So like for us to move back so that you could play with him for 4
30
minutes.
30 seconds of pleasure.
Yeah. It's not going to work.
I agree.
You got to look at the big picture.
No lies were told.
I'm glad we can agree on something.
Something. Today we're feeling very. I am feeling combative. Like
you
just feeling
are
like arguing.
You are, and I could yield to you, seeing that this is the energy that you're putting forth. But I will be standing my contrarian ground. So.
Oh, you contrarian? That'll be different.
Let the games begin,
baby. Let the games begin. Let the games begin.
She's also feeling musical.
Well, it's the funny girl in me, which is a great segue into our first story.
It is. So without further ado, here.
Where are you? Bruno needs his auntie.
Where is Brew? He's not feeling well.
Where is Thrice? Thrice he needs his mama.
Where is Do? He never comes to work anymore.
Can I tell you why?
Yeah.
In our new, we have a very new schedule since going remote. Obviously, you guys have noticed, especially on YouTube, it takes us a little bit longer to get the episodes up.
True.
So I'm physically in the studio, doing shit until past 2:00. And 2:00 is when Theo's walk is. So I don't want to disturb his walk. So, it would ruin his whole day, but it's so annoying.
So true.
My new schedule doesn't work for Tiggs.
This is problematic.
Speaking of problematic, great segue into our first story. Michele.
Without further ado, here are the Fast Five stories that you need to know before you wake up and take a bite out of your morning toast.
And today's episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. It can be tough to train your brain to stay in problem-solving mode when faced with a challenge in life. But when you learn how to find your own solutions, there's no better feeling, and a therapist can help you become a better problem solver, making it easier to accomplish your goals no matter how big or small. If you're thinking of giving therapy a try, BetterHelp is a great option. It is convenient, accessible, affordable, and it's done entirely online. You'll get matched with a therapist after filling out a brief survey. And the great part about it is that it's really easy to switch therapists if you're not vibing with the first one. It's super common to shop around until you land on someone that you really like. BetterHelp is great because you can chat with your therapist via video, phone call, messaging, anything like that. And BetterHelp is just there for you to give you the tools that you need to be the best version of yourself. When you want to be a better problem solver, therapy can get you there. Visit betterhelp.com/toast to get 10% off your first month. That's betterhelp.com/toast. Today's episode is also brought to you by Legacy Box. They make reclaiming your glory days as easy as 1, 2, 3. So Legacy Box is easily the company that I get the most messages about. Be like, what was that company? What was the code? So what's great about Legacy Box is that you can use the code today and send it in when you're ready. So make sure to just note this down. There is limited supplies available. Legacy Box is going to take your aging VHS tapes, camcorder tapes, 8mm film, physical photos, and professionally digitize everything by hand. They have an 110,000 square foot production campus right here in America where you'll get everything back on a thumb drive, a DVD, or the cloud. So they are taking your old childhood memories. We're all aging out. A lot of us were VHS girlies. We grew up in the VHS age. And all those memories of precious family moments, loved ones who maybe have passed, are just sitting on VHS tapes, and getting them digitized. It sounds like a big undertaking. It's so easy. Legacy Box literally sends you everything you need, the label, and you just send it in. They'll email you along the way with updates on what's going on, and you can choose whether to get it back in a thumb drive. We chose a thumb drive, but you can also choose a DVD or the cloud. So it's super safe. They're going to safeguard your family's legacy, and you can relax knowing that your irreplaceable moments are going to be easily viewed, shared, and passed on for future generations. Your memories are meant to be relived, not chewed up by the VCR or worn away with time. Convert your tapes to digital so you can take them anywhere safely. For a limited time, you can get started for just $9 a tape. At this special price, there's never been a better time to convert your entire collection. Visit legacybox.com/toast to shop their $9 tape sale. That's legacybox.com/toast to unlock this morning toast first offer. So that's legacybox.com/toast.
Great. Okay, our first story, Michele receives 6 standing ovations at her first performance of Funny Girl, 4 before intermission and 2 in the second act. Lea Michele received a standing ovation Tuesday night before she even said a word at her highly anticipated first performance in Broadway's Funny Girl. The actress made her triumphant return to the boards after a 13-year absence, stepping into the role of Fanny Brice in the musical revival, now playing New York City's August Wilson Theater. Cheering her on was an electric crowd of friends and fans alike, from her best friend Jonathan Groff to their fellow Spring Awakening co-stars John Gallagher Jr. and Gideon Glick. Actor Zachary Quinto was also in attendance, as was Tony winner Harvey Fierstein, New York Governor Kathy Hochul, and prolific producer Ryan Murphy from Glee and Scream Queens, where he worked with Lea Michele.
Wow, it was star-studded. I only saw that Ryan Murphy and Jonathan Groff were there.
Yeah, in fact, the crowd went so wild for Lea Michele, she received a total of 4 standing ovations before the end of Act 1, including one after the show's signature tune, Don't Rain on My Parade. Another 2 followed in the show's second act. At intermission, the aisles were packed with audience members gushing about Michelle's vocals, her comedic timing, and the all-around excitement in the house. Harvey Fierstein said, "I haven't had a night like this in the theater in years."
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have so many thoughts. The first is, this is so appropriate because yesterday we were literally talking about standing ovations and how, like, in certain circles, they've become like fucking meaningless. Like, everyone just does it. And on Broadway, I would say like 10 out of 10 times at the end of the show when everyone's bowing, like no matter the show, like you're getting a standing ovation.
Yes.
But to get a standing ovation multiple times in the middle of the show is like kind of unheard of.
Yeah.
And it's so spectacular. And I mean, none of this is surprising to me. This was clearly the role that Lea was born to play. We've all known this for so long. People tried to ignore it, but you know, the universe is going to do what the universe is going to do, and it was meant to happen this way. I'm not surprised at all that the reviews are literally 10 out of 10. She was incredible. A lot of what you just read from that New York Post article, like, it's giving like old Hollywood, like it's like
a night at the theater.
This is what like New York needs.
If Harry Styles was talking about this show, he would said it just feels like a show at the theater, right. Like a real like a show where you go to the theater.
To the theater, like a show.
Yeah, it feels like a show.
It's so exciting as someone obviously who has tickets and is going tonight and is so fucking excited. I'm happy for Lea Michele. I think she's had, you know, a rough couple of years. And professionally. Yeah, personally, she's thriving. She's married. She had a baby. Obviously, we all know about her big scandal. She took some time off. I do think that's why she wasn't offered the role at first, even though they keep, you know, saying that production, you know, assumed that she wasn't ready to get back to work because she had recently had a baby. Lea is going along with that
2 years ago.
No, when they chose Beanie.
Okay. Her baby is 2.
Leah's going along with that narrative as well. Saying like, and she did, like, she had a really tough pregnancy. She was on bed rest for her first trimester. So they're all like kind of saying that as the reason, because now that it's done and we see Lea, like, there's really even more questions as to why it wasn't her from the beginning.
Do you think that's the truth, though, that she didn't get the role at first because...
No.
Okay.
I think that...
Though if she really turned it down because she was busy with new mama life, like, that's so respectable, but...
Of course, and totally understandable, but
I think that's a lie.
For Lea, right, like, for Lea, the opportunity to reprise the role, be eligible for the Tony, is something I think she might have struggled with, you know, the decision of whether or not to do it, like, as it pertained to motherhood, but... she would have done it. Like, we know Lea is extremely ambitious, especially as it relates to this role. Like,
right, okay.
She would have done it.
But I'm glad that they've come to some sort of, you know, party line about why she didn't get it at first. And that they're all working together to pull the wool over our eyes, but it's not working.
Yeah. No, I mean, it is sad that she won't be eligible for the Tony, but I think like this critical acclaim, this like everyone fawning, like even people who dislike her admitting that she was incredible. Like, I think honestly, in a lot of ways, that's just as good as a Tony, especially for someone who's like been canceled and is now coming back.
But she'll be eligible for a Tony at some point, no? For this?
I do believe you're only eligible when you reprise the role, like when the show first comes out. Like The Lion King can't win a Tony right now.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like almost 100% sure.
That's not right.
No, I know, which is why a lot of people like saw it as a slap in the face to Lea. But you know what? Like, everything happens the way that it's meant to happen. This is definitely her comeback. And she's probably overjoyed. I mean, I tried not to watch like any footage, but obviously somebody leaked Don't Rain on My Parade. I did not watch it, but I did watch her bow at the end, and she was sobbing. Like, this is an amalgamation of so many things.
Yeah.
Like, one, a comeback from a scandal is so hard. I think it's much harder for a woman usually. So there's that. She's a mom now, so everything just like means more. This is the role 20 years in the making. Like, it's extremely emotional for her.
Yeah. Also, I didn't realize that the person who plays Fanny's mom is Tova Feldsha. She just started the role too. I love
With
her.
Leah.
She's from I know you never watched it, Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. But apparently the crowd was going wild for both of them.
Hootin' and hollering.
Hootin' and hollering. So you'll see her tonight.
So excited. Like, it's and you know what? It's only the second night. There is a matinee today, so it will be Leah's third show. I don't think like a lot of celebs are going to be at the matinee. I'm like really curious who's going to be at the show tonight.
Yeah, what are you going to wear?
Like Andy Cohen.
What are you going to wear?
I don't know. I didn't get anything, and like I should have. I might go to like Zara today. I need like a cute dress.
You do. You need to wear a seamlot. You need to pay respect to the theater. You can't go there like wearing Toast merch. I'm sorry.
I mean, I could because like it's literally shop.
No, I know, but like
Chanel.com.
I think people, especially tonight, like I think everyone's
I'm gonna look
be
glamorous.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wear heels. Like, it is raining, but I am gonna wear like a nice outfit.
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
Yeah, I really can't say anything other than the fact that like I'm so excited, and I'm also like happy for Lea Michele. Everyone deserves a second chance, no matter who you are. Even though I was refreshing Twitter like during the show, wanting to see what people were saying, and there was like one reporter who was there. It was like third standing ovation, fourth stand, like he was giving us, and the way people are like so unforgiving of Lea Michele, or just like people in general who they deem to have been like problematic. It's so sad. Like, okay, she was a wench. She got literally so famous when she was 16 and decided to make it everyone else's problem. And I just think we need to have a little bit more grace, honestly.
100%. No, people are just jealous and wenchy, and they
People
don't.
are so
and like,
jealous.
Don't pay them any mind.
No, I know. I just was shocked that like that's still. I mean, it was Twitter, which is like where miserable people go to exist. So but I just was shocked at like the sheer volume of like that many tweets with that narrative.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, she's been severely humbled. Let's give her a chance.
Totally. And it's clear that she's earned it, and she's doing
she's
great.
The woman she's the right woman for the job. So, you know, it's say what you want, but I don't remember this sort of fanfare for Beanie.
No, and that's
I don't remember the governor showing up.
I hope Beanie, wherever she is today, is doing okay.
Yeah. Vogue followed Lea Michele around, I think, yesterday or the day before, and like photographed her and did like a little interview, and they were obviously like trying to get juicy. And she is not giving people, Lea Michele, she's not giving people anything as it pertains to Leah, as it pertains to Beanie, as it pertains to not getting the role at first, as it pertained to the reading. Literally, I think that the reading, okay. I don't know why I'm sitting like this, but I'm like getting really impassioned. I think that like this whole thing Lea Michele can't read is like the lowest form of comedy. It's literally not funny. She obviously can read. She memorized an entire script for the show, for Glee, for 10 years. Like, it's so fucking stupid. And people who keep making the jokes are genuinely people who are not funny. And like, it was funny when we discovered that theory 3 years ago, like it was kind of funny, but we moved on because we're normal. And the people who created the theory, those podcasters, like, they're funny, but now it's like, it's not funny anymore. And I think like it bothers me so much. However, I don't think anything has ever been handled worse than Lea Michele has handled this thing, because not only has she been asked about it like very few times, her answers are always terrible. And most recently, she said that she's like, people are only saying this because she's a woman. And the way I hate that fucking answer, sometimes it's true, sometimes it's not. And people aren't like making fun of her like because she's a woman. Yeah.
Not that she needs to, prove anything to anyone. But if this conspiracy theory really bothers her, and I'm sure it really comes up for her now anytime there's like a Leah
press
conversation, it's like, why not just read for us and just show us you can read?
What if you just read?
I'm sure that's why Ben loves her, though.
Oh my God, that is why Ben is so excited, because she's also a woman who doesn't promote literacy.
You know what? Like, it doesn't bother me that people still talk about it. I do still see some funny stuff about it. And I just think she should read for us. Do a live reading. Because there's also, like, did you see that video of her at an award show where she announced the winner and she didn't read the card?
Yeah, no, and did you also see like the memes going around? You know, she released a book, but it's like a journal.
Yes.
It's a journal where you have to read and write, not her.
It's still funny, I think. And like, I think she just should do a live reading, put it to bed. Of course, she read scripts for Glee and for Funny Girl, but she also could have done like audio, so...
Yeah, for sure. But like, I've had enough. It's like not funny. It's like, it's just one of those jokes.
She doesn't let it die.
No, because she won't address it.
Because she won't read it for us.
No, I think that she thinks it's so insulting that like to even dignify it with a response would be beneath her. And I get it, but she's making it worse.
Yes.
And she's continuing it.
Yes. But I do think it's really a innocuous conversation. And I can sense that it bothers her, but it's very...
moronic.
Yeah. Neutral.
Yeah.
Okay, are you ready for our next story?
Yeah.
There seems to be major trouble in paradise between Tom Brady and Gisele.
Okay.
And they could be heading for divorce, is what the papers are saying.
The way I'm so shook by this, and I sent you this story last night because I wanted to talk about it today, and the way I found out about this story is the most psychotic thing ever. Do you want to hear?
Then...
Zach Shapiro was like, I cannot believe Tom Brady and Gisele. And I felt like a loser. So I went on Twitter and Googled it. And that's when I found the Page 6 article. And I was like, not Zach Shapiro breaking news to me.
I was on FaceTime with Olivia last night too. And he started talking about Tom and Gisele. I already knew it. But I was like, oh, wow, that traveled to you really quickly. Like, because this is fresh news. And it's also... And he was like, how did he not know about this? I'm like, because it's not confirmed. It's still
just reports.
The rumor mill. But they're saying that they could be headed for divorce because Gisele's upset that he unretired. At the time, he retired to focus on family and his personal life. And then, backtracked to not focus on family, not focus on his personal life. And this is allegedly not working for Gisele. She went to Costa Rica to take a break from him.
Ooh.
And... now they're saying there's major marital tensions and they could be heading for a divorce. I know I'm like constantly in denial, but I don't believe this.
Yeah, I mean, this is like, and I think why Zach Shapiro is so verklempt and like a lot of people are, is because much like Karen Huger's marriage, like this marriage is really an institution. It's like they've been together forever. And obviously in Hollywood, anything goes. But when two people have been together for so long, like you just kind of forget about them. Like they're set and they're solid. Like the possibility of them getting divorced never even crossed my mind as something that could happen because they've just been together forever.
Yeah, also he unretired so many months ago. So wouldn't that have been the time to take a break, go to Costa Rica? Like now it's months and months later. They haven't settled this. Or maybe it's because football season's about to start. Oh, Sunday night. And it's fresh. Right. And he's like practicing a lot and she's like, stop.
I don't know if I believe this, but I do kind of see how like as a wife, when your husband retires, like and money's no object, your husband retires to spend time with his family and then changes his mind 6 months later.
Hurtful.
Like that's kind of a hurtful. Yeah, it's hurtful. So I don't know. While it does sound like unrealistic, the core reason for it is not crazy.
No, not crazy at all. I just... given that they're such an institution, they're such a team, she's had his back. Like she's
forever
the most ride or die wife, I think, in the industry. That there's such a disconnect on this is very surprising.
Yeah. I mean, I like when I saw the headline, I couldn't even read. I'm like, these words don't make sense.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's true, but I hope it's not.
I hope it's not.
They have a beautiful family.
I don't believe it.
I guess we'll have to see what happens on Sunday night. We'll have to see.
Oh, Sunday night. You know what I was thinking? Is that song on Spotify?
The NBC version? I'm going to guess no.
It should be. Sometimes those theme songs are available to stream.
But it is a real Carrie Underwood, Miranda Lambert song, Oh Something Bad.
Yeah, so you could get a version of it, but they're not singing about Sunday night. They're singing about something bad.
I don't think so. Because they also only have like a 30-second version of it. It's not like a 3-minute song.
No, when you watch the whole thing, she's like running from room to room. There's all these like teams she's talking about. Like it's a real song.
But like the whole
It's like a
minutes,
music video, yeah.
2 verses, 2 choruses, and a bridge?
I don't know about the bridge, but definitely 2 verses and 2 choruses.
Well, you could be like really janky, rip it from YouTube, put it in your iTunes and listen to it.
Like back in the day.
Yeah, like download LimeWire.
Yeah. No, it's like now it's like YouTube MP3 converter.
Yeah, .com.
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 Yeah, we're pretty big into tech. What can we say?
We're AV girlies.
Anyways, moving on from Tom and Gisele, I just hope this isn't true. And even if it is true, that they're able to get past it.
Right. Marriages are tough. I don't know if this is worth ending it over. So maybe they're just going through a rough patch.
Yeah.
We've all been there.
We've all been there. Are you ready for our next story?
I really, truly, deeply, madly am.
It is a twofer. Are you ready for a twofer? Mm-hmm. Subset A and B. We're going to start with Kourtney's subset. Kourtney Kardashian is launching a new brand called Lemme. So Kourtney posted on Instagram yesterday some sickening visuals of a new brand that she's launching called Lemme. It's her sitting in a really cute pleeny chair with a jersey that says Lemme, pink thigh-high boots. It was like very Kylie aesthetic.
Energy.
And it said like something's coming, subscribe for the notifications. The brand's called Lemme and then LMME.
Which is, I think, such a cute name. I mean, I don't know what the product is, so I don't know if it's going to be a good name, but I think like it's a good word. It's like very topical. I like it. And it's let me live.
Right. And I think that's so her brand. Like, I'm just living life. Let me live.
Right.
So it's going to be like, let me live. And it's making me think it's like products in which to live with.
Yeah. So they haven't dropped what the actual company is.
So
and a lot of people are making horrible predictions. Like, she's sitting on a chair. It must be furniture. Like, no, it's literally just one photo. Like, there's probably nothing in the product nothing in the photo that resembles a product. We have to remember who Kourtney is.
Yes, we do.
She is a wellness girly. She has poosh. Like, whatever she does has to work with poosh. And this is giving like Ollie vitamins, like gummies, supplements, matcha, powder, vital proteins.
Okay, but if she was launching a line of consumer products in the wellness space, why wouldn't it just be poosh branded? Because that brand is strong in the wellness space.
For sure. Maybe it's because she'd prefer to avoid being compared to Goop, because Goop does Goop supplements. Like,
I don't know if it's that. My prediction, even though I don't think this is what it is, but if I have to guess, I feel like it could be a line of like organic foods.
Like, I can see her doing that, but from a business perspective, like, I don't know how that's gonna make her a billionaire,
Yeah.
Lemme. Let me get some. Let me like.
No, but if it's like let me live, then it's like live products for living.
Products in which to live. But then you also need to think about all the other Kardashian associated brands. Like, let me live. I was thinking like maybe it could be like home, but then there's like safely, Maybe she would do like...
But that doesn't stop them from crossing over. We had Kylie Cosmetics and KKW Beauty.
Like, yes, but that's because the girls are makeup icons. Like, they're not cleanliness icons. Like, if they both came out with a surface cleaner, it would be fucking weird.
Is KKW Beauty ever coming back?
I don't know.
Like, what about the body foundations? What are we supposed to do without them?
I don't know.
I'm running low.
I don't know.
And that's not right to get us hooked on a product and then...
I agree. Hooked on Phonics and then Phonics goes away.
No information, no goodbyes, no telling us like where it was manufactured so I could buy, the what generic. Was that brand? That was the same as Kylie. Same factory. ColourPop. The interesting thing about this is that, and I'm sure this was intentional, the way that they're like dropping hints and people are just like genuinely curious, like, is such good marketing for the brand. And it's driving me nuts. I also thought maybe it would be like sex positive, like plastic free, like vibrators. Because the logo on the Instagram is like this like rubber like material, looks like silicone. It's giving vibrator. Unless it's like silicone dishes and plates that are like non-toxic baking, like Caraway
home vibes.
And I love my Caraway.
I really don't know.
I feel like that could be it. Non-toxic cookware and things in which to live and eat. Plates, like how, what babies have, like the silicone.
No, I get it. Yeah. I'm going to stick with like collagen powders, supplements, gummies. She's like, herbal queen.
Okay.
Teas.
I'm sticking with my guess, which is not necessarily food, but things to eat your food with that are non-toxic.
No, that's a good idea, but I think mine's better.
So Faraway.
No, it would be Caraway with a K.
Also, she's doing a collaboration with Boohoo, which was also announced yesterday to much less fanfare.
Okay.
The sustainability ambassador is Kourtney Kardashian. She's coming out
I
with
have
this
thoughts.
sustainable line at Boohoo.
While I commend Boohoo's efforts to be sustainable because like they're one of those like top 5 fast fashion companies that are literally destroying the planet, this feels so off-brand for Kourtney. I was like so shook. One, because she's like so, you know, clean, like conservation, environmental girly, and Boohoo is like the worst of the worst.
Yeah.
And like it just felt random.
Yeah, well, I mean, unless she's going to clean up their whole act, in which case that just seems like a really big endeavor.
She's not. It's just like her line is going to be like a little less bad for the planet. It was kind of like giving fraudulent energy.
Yeah, especially when she has this big thing kicked off. Also, I want to mention that she has filed a trademark for the brand with the production of, quote, bags, purses, totes, wallets, clutches, and clothing, with additional categories including games, toys, and sporting goods.
Wait, what?
So that doesn't necessarily tell us anything. Maybe she wants to like cover every category, and it could be like, you know, a subset of clothing. Mm-hmm. Like, what if it's like, you know,
merch?
Could be like lingerie,
or it's like a cool brand that she makes up of like whatever vitamins, and then they make merch.
Yeah, totally.
That is unique.
I hope we get answers soon.
I know. I feel like it's gonna be a while.
Well, if you want to get your notifications on,
LemmeLive.com.
LemmeLive.com. Okay, I like my guess. I feel good about it.
I like mine.
Okay, good. Good, because
it's the one you got.
And then subset B of Kardashians launching new brands. Kim is launching a private equity firm, SKKY Partners, to help budding entrepreneurs. So Kim is expanding her ever-growing resume once more. The Skims founder is launching a new private equity firm alongside a former partner at Carlyle Group Inc., Jay Sammons, the Wall Street Journal reported on Wednesday. Now, Carlyle Group sounds familiar because they're the group that helped Scooter Braun buy Taylor's Masters. So that's just an interesting factoid. The firm is called Sky Partners, SKKY. KK for Kim Kardashian. Not sure if you guys knew that. The firm will make investments in areas like consumer media and entertainment businesses, consumer products, luxury hospitality, and digital commerce and media, the outlet explained. According to a post from an Instagram account for the company, the firm will focus on both control and minority investments in high-growth, market-leading consumer and media companies. Okay, like, not to make this
toast
about us.
I thought the same thing instantly. We are ready to be invested into. Spread my legs. I'm ready.
We're literally a consumer media company.
We're high growth.
And I don't know what other consumer media companies that are big enough out there that aren't already purchased.
That aren't taking investments.
Right. Like Barstool is got their investors.
Yeah.
I feel like we're, you know, the only free agent.
We can be bought, Kim. We can be bought. We can.
Just want to let you know, like, SKKY hasn't reached out to us.
No, but you know
I have
what?
a feeling they're gonna.
Me too. I do feel as though this business venture is like a great idea. I figured it was probably something Kim already did. Like she's always investing in stuff. Remember when she was like a co-owner of Lemme, the phone cases that she helped make famous. Like she's been doing this on a small scale for so long. I just figured she definitely had her own fund in some way. But now that she's doing it as like a public facing thing, which obviously makes sense because that's her superpower. It's smart, like genius.
Yeah, and she'll invest in brands that she promotes, ensuring their success. Very, very cool.
Yeah.
I look forward to seeing what she invests in. Honestly, they said they were going to like make an investment announcement by the end of the year.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's really like a win-win because not only are you getting an investment for your company, which is great, but you're also now on this like global scale of being one of Kim Kardashian's brands that she believes in. And it's just going to, even that, it's like going on Shark Tank, but it's honestly bigger.
No, it reminds me of like Ashton Kutcher because now we mostly know him a lot as an investor from Shark Tank and everything. But at the time, it's like he'll invest in your brand, he'll give it the money that it needs, he'll give it the legs, and it's a whole machine. So I actually think that this is, though surprising, genius, not surprising.
Yeah. I'm ready for Kim on Shark Tank. It's like enough already.
No, that's where we're headed with this.
I know.
Kim Kardashian of SKKY Ventures joins the tank.
Right.
First pitch, TNN.
Good morning, Sharks. We are looking for a 600...
And one Sharkette.
There's other Sharkettes too, Jackie.
Like not on every episode, of course, because the men stay, but they rotate out the women.
No, but there's usually at least one. There has to be one woman, so there's never not Lori or Barbara. So it's 2 Sharkettes minimum, maybe 3.
Sharks and Sharkettes. Good morning, Sharks.
And Sharkettes. We are seeking a $600 million investment for a 1% stake in our company, The Morning Toast, where we're literally geniuses and everything we do is perfection, and we don't really need to explain ourselves further, because if you don't know the Toast, you're an irrelevant ugly and a big-faced wench.
Yeah, what she said.
Thank you.
Just watch an episode, give us a call, have a spritz, and we'll talk.
Yeah, we have many revenue streams. We are extremely business savvy. As Lori would say, we're heroes, not zeros. And we're just going to make you money and us money. And that's the dream, the American dream. And we are available for Beyond the Tank segments. Yes. I love the Beyond the Tank segments.
I know. We will participate.
Eagerly.
So this is cool. I'm very curious. What do you think about the Carlisle group? Is it just a quinky dink?
I think it's a coincidence. Like, people are like, the Carlisle group. It's literally one of the biggest, like, what are they even? Like, private wealth management? Like,
private equity firm.
Yeah, like, it's like a Blackstone. It's Taylor Swift and Kim. Like, they don't own it. It's like one of the world's biggest funds of money. So, like, if Kim is going to do something top tier, she's going to go to Carlisle Group. Same way Scooter Braun needed money. He was top tier, went to. I don't think it has anything to do with each other. Everyone just keeps trying to make these moments happen between the two, and, like, they're not going to happen.
No, they're not going to happen, but it's possible that Kim and Scooter are both, like, they're in the same circles. Kanye used to work with Scooter. They're good friends. So maybe, like, she even knows about it just from her time with him.
Or, like, they're both just, like, really rich, and really rich people go to the best place, and the best place is Carlisle.
Perhaps.
That's like two celebrities. That's like 2 celebrities eating at Craig's. Not because they both went, but because that's where the good people eat.
Do you think that this is the private equity man who Chloe was seeing?
Oh. The thought literally never occurred to me, but the answer is 100% yes.
But now
Kim
I
need to take a better look at him. Hold on.
He's handsome. Now Kim is going into business with Chloe's ex then?
Maybe it was amicable. Like, if Kim was working with him and they started dating, Kim, this project has obviously been in the works for a while. Like, you don't just start a VC. So he was Kim's business partner first and then Chloe's man. So Chloe can't ask her to not work with him.
Okay.
Oh my God, he's so cute. By the way, like, obsessed. He kind of looks like Shango.
He does kind of. He looks like businessman Shango.
I'm obsessed. Should TNN follow Sky Partners so we're on their radar?
Oh.
Done.
And also, so I thought you were going to say so we can get updates.
No, so that, like, they're, like, looking for perspective.
How many followers does Sky have?
23,000. And let's see how many Lemme has. Lemme.
Sky has barely been launched.
Same with Lemme.
No, but Kourtney posted about Lemme. I think I saw on Liz Height's Instagram that Kim posted about Sky and then deleted it.
Lemme has 55.
Because that's 24 hours of promotion, whereas this, I don't know what happened with the launch, but Kim deleted her promotion of it. I don't think she was ready.
Yeah, she ready.
Okay, are you ready for our next story? Wow, we're only on story 4 with all these subsets. But it's some gorgeous news because Guy Fieri's on the cover of People magazine, talking about making family his first priority and his calling to give back.
The way I know nothing about Guy Fieri's personal life, he's a wife, kids, tell me.
Which is why we need him on the Toast and which is why he's a dream guest of ours. Like, nobody knows the real Guy.
We would get down to the nitty gritty.
Guy, like you've never seen him before.
Hashtag, who's the real Guy Fieri?
Let's get him on.
100%.
So anyways, on the cover of this week's People, Guy Fieri's opening up about raising his sons to be self-sufficient, philanthropy, and his new Food Network show, Guy's Ultimate Game Night. He says, quote, I think that I've definitely mellowed. He's swathed head to toe black, wearing his favorite chain necklace embossed with a skull and the chef's hat, chunky silver rings, his trademark goatee, and a thick thistle of spiky bleach blonde hair, along with a mischievous smile that's daring someone to contradict him.
Quote, he's so mischievous.
He's mischievous. Oh, really? I needed a nap after having breakfast with you, says his publicist, taking the bait. Anyways, the mayor of Flavortown is opening up, saying, I still like to have fun, still stay busy. There are so many experiences to be had, so why not take advantage of it? Today, Fieri is one of the most powerful food celebrities in the world, anchoring 6 shows, including his newest, Guy's Ultimate Game Night, while running 85 restaurants, a production company, his Santo Tequila business with his pal Sammy Hagar, and his new Knuckle Sandwich by Espinosa cigar line. What in the
Knuckle sandwich. I have to say, I literally would take several bullets for Guy Fieri. However, one of the worst meals I ever had was at one of his restaurants. He doesn't have good quality control.
I mean, with 85 restaurants, it can be hard.
No, I know.
Not all of them can have the Guy's stamp of approval.
But at least I didn't have to pay a lot. It was reasonably priced. Now, Bobby Flay, on the other hand, robbing people blind while also poisoning them.
And stealing their recipes and knowing what's in them and then just adding the ingredient that he thinks is missing.
Ambushing people in their towns, like off to a cook-off.
So wrong.
So wrong.
In May 2021, Guy signed a 3-year contract with Food Network worth an estimated $80 million, making him the highest paid chef in network history. He says, most of my friends will say I haven't changed. I think it's because when I got into television, I'd already done what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a great dad.
Oh, wait, the way that he's the highest paid chef on television, and literally I've never once seen him cook anything. He's like more of a personality. He goes to other people's diners. He hosts guys' grocery games.
Yeah, no, he's a professional eater.
Yeah, he's not really. Does he know how to cook?
That's a really great question.
It's a great question for sure.
I just won't talk anymore. I just won't.
I'm sorry.
I won't ask great questions anymore.
I'm so sorry.
Anyways, if you want to know more about Guy, pick up this month's it's weekly, People Magazine. And
I will.
Hope that one day he comes on the toast for a sit-down interview, Guy, like you've never seen him before.
You know, yesterday we started a list of the people who can save Hollywood, and I've wanted to add 2 more people. Can you write this down? Because I think this is a list we should actually have written down. We had Keke Palmer, Kelly Clarkson, and Brendan Fraser.
Okay. Who can save Hollywood? Keke Palmer.
Kelly.
Brendan Fraser and Sadie Sink.
Oh, yeah. Guy Fieri, obviously.
He's so not Hollywood, though, but...
I know, and that's like why he could save it, you know?
Yeah.
And I had a final candidate I'd like to put forth. I just need your approval.
Okay.
Keith Urban.
Ooh, sure.
Because, like, he's so normal, but he's also in Hollywood because of Nicole Kidman. Like, he actually could save it.
Okay. I like that.
Thanks.
We'll continue to add to the list.
Let me know if you have any suggestions. Sound off in the comments.
Are you ready for our 5th and final story, which is...
The final story. Do-do-do-do, boom. Do-do-do-do-do, boom, boom. Do-do-do-do, boom. Do-do-do-do-do-do, do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do. It's a final story. Guy Fieri. I take a bullet for you. Oh, and by the way, that list of people who can save Hollywood also happens to be the list of the people I would take several bullets for.
Great. Love little list crossover.
You do love to see it.
Okay, our next story is some biz news from the influencers. Forbes has released their top creators of 2022 based on earnings. There's top 50 creators. It's not really in order of how much people earned.
Oh my God, what a mess the website was. I was literally just trying to read this dumbass article. And first of all, it made no motherfucking sense. People kept showing up multiple times. Like, I just was being nosy. I didn't want to see how much money people were making. Like, let me live.
No, totally. The article is a mess. The interface is a mess. The only thing we're interested in is how much everyone's making. We don't care what you think their entrepreneurship score is.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
And this editorialized version of the top creators is not what I'm here for, but we can glean from this data who are the highest money earning creators in.
But see, so in order to have made the list and for them to have put your numbers online, you had to submit paperwork, like tax paperwork,
your
agents. Yes. And I also know that they did not tell the creators that the amount of money they make would be public information. So that seems kind of fucked up because I'm sure a lot of people would not have wanted to participate if they knew that their, you know, salaries were going to be put online, because first of all, it puts a target on your back. Your house is going to get robbed. Like, I don't think many people would want other people knowing how much money they make. Having said that, I did find a lot of inconsistencies with the numbers. Like,
wait, that's so fucked.
I had a hard time believing.
Let's go through it.
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll make it through all 50, but here's at least the top 10. I can't believe what you're just telling me. Wow. Number 1 is Mr. Beast, earning $54 million. They also have the total followers, which for him is 162 million, average engagement 6%, and entrepreneurship score 3. So it's between 1 and 3 based on, like, do all of your money come from brand deals and you're not really like an entrepreneur, or do you have multiple revenue streams, businesses that you started? Right. Do you have that entrepreneurial spirit?
No, Mr. Beast is not only extremely entrepreneurial and philanthropic. I actually recently was just watching a video about his ghost kitchens. Do you know about it?
No, I don't really know about a lot about him.
Me neither, but I was like, oh, I was so moved by this like thing. So, you know, and I don't think they have it in New York, but when I'm on tour and I'm like in my hotel room, like being fat, I'll always like order like some chicken tenders. And everywhere I go, it says Mr. Beast Ghost Kitchen. And so basically during the pandemic, what he did was like start ghost kitchens where he had a menu of like really delicious like burgers, chicken, like bar food. But they didn't have any physical restaurants. So they would go into like mom and pop restaurants, train the employees and make them official ghost kitchens for Mr. Beast. And then Mr. Beast would promote his Mr. Beast kitchen in Minneapolis and give this mom and pop shop like tons of revenue and help them not lay off employees during the pandemic. And it became huge. I think there's like hundreds of locations now. It was actually like he didn't do it to make money. He has more money than God. Like, he was really doing it to help people. It was really cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I think maybe the clip I watched, he was on Joe Rogan talking about it. I think it was a podcast. I can't remember which one though.
Yeah, they mentioned in the Forbes article. They also like sat down with everyone all 50 creators. I think there was a photo shoot and a video interview. So very involved, and to not tell them they were going to publish their salaries again is extremely fucked.
So I just heard that from a few people who were on the list. So I don't want to be slanderous.
I feel like that's a good source. Number 2, and he's number 1 by a mile. He was $54 million in earnings. Number 2 is Charli D'Amelio at $17.5 million, also earning an entrepreneurship score of 3.
Yeah, she has a lot of businesses. She makes the ring lights. She obviously does social media. She does brand deals. She has the reality show. She's going on Dancing with the Stars. I believe entrepreneurial 3, yes.
For sure. She has her clothing brand Social Tourist, Hulu show, Snap show, and then also brand deals, Invisalign, Morphe, Dunkin'. She's still posting her dances. Yeah, she's a little entrepreneur. Mm-hmm. Number 3, Alex Cooper, $20 million. Also entrepreneurship score of 3.
Cool.
Yeah, but obviously we all know $60 million deal with Spotify, $20 million a year. There's that.
Right.
Number 4, Fuck Jerry, $30 million. See, again, it's not in monetary order.
No, it makes no motherfucking sense, because
so
then that would make Fuck Jerry number 2.
Wild.
Yeah,
that's why this list is a mess.
Loathe that person whose name you just mentioned. However, great business between the board games. You got to respect the hustle, even if you don't respect the person. So
entrepreneurship score of 3.
3. Well deserved. Happy for him. Rolling in the dough. Whoa.
Number 5, Emma Chamberlain, $12 million. Entrepreneurship score of 3 for sure. She has multiple brands.
Podcast. She does the Vogue interviews. She's an influencer for different fashion brands. Yeah. She's 3.
Number 6, Huda Katan, $13 million, entrepreneurship score of 3.
So this is where I feel like the numbers in this thing make no sense. Huda Katan is literally the Charlotte Tilbury of the Middle East. Like, her brand, and it's huge in America too, but like because she lives in Dubai, in the Middle East, it's enormous. So I don't know. It just sounds like too little.
Yeah, the brand has expanded into skincare and all sorts of cosmetic goodies, retailing direct to consumer and in stores like Sephora around the world, helping her reach a net worth of $400 million, making her one of the richest self-made women in the world.
So how is her earnings $13 million? Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
Great question. That's a great question.
I felt like the numbers on this were either so high for some people and so low for other people.
Yeah. Number 7, Rhett and Link at $30 million. I
don't know them.
Don't know them. They have a YouTube comedy channel.
Cool.
Number 8, Kobby Lame, $10 million.
Of course.
TikToker.
Of course. New face of Hugo Boss. I just saw him in Bloomingdale's when me and Ben were shopping. It was so crazy. What's his entrepreneurial score?
3. I think to be in the top 10, you have to have a score of 3. One, it's hard to make that much money just on like one revenue stream alone.
Mm-hmm.
And 2, maybe you make a lot of money on brand deals or whatever, but they wouldn't put you in the top 10 if you're not an entrepreneurial spirit girly.
Yeah.
Number 9, Addison Rae, $8.5 million.
Her number felt low. I feel like between, and what's her entrepreneurial score?
3. She has a lot of businesses.
Of course. She acts, she does social media, she does brand deals, she started Item Beauty, she does like different capsule collections. She's definitely an entrepreneur. I just felt like 8.5. And by the way, it's important to note that these figures are for 2021. So for what they made in the calendar year last year. And I just felt like last year was her biggest year yet. And I don't know, especially when you now compare to other, now we're getting into numbers from other people who are similar to Addison, and it's like she definitely made more than them, you know?
Yeah, totally. And number 10, which is why this list is such a crock of shit, is Jake Paul earning $45 million with an entrepreneurship score of 2. Now that's offensive.
No, it's just like it's a bias because Jake Paul, whether you like it or not, is literally beyond entrepreneurial. I was just watching this video. I don't know. He was like came out with his tech company. He obviously does the boxing. You don't get to make $45 million every year from a YouTube channel if you're not extremely entrepreneurial. So,
no. And he should, with this number, he should be at number 2, and his entrepreneurship score is at number 3. What doesn't Jake Paul do? He's also like, there's the stuff that we see that he does, and then I think he also does a ton of other stuff
in Bitcoin. Like, yeah, no, that just seems like an intentional slight against Jake Paul.
For sure.
Yeah.
Shall we keep going?
Yeah.
Next is Mark Edward Fishback, Markiplier.
No clue.
No clue.
You could skip the people we don't know for the sake of time.
Okay, great. Okay, number 12 we don't know. Number 13 we don't know. Number 14, Patrick Starr. Oh, $15 million.
That sounds right. His beauty company, One Size, is so popular. Actually, I used their setting spray this morning.
Number 16, The Bias Strikes Again. Danielle Bergoli at $51 million. She should be number 2.
Say what you want. She should be number 2.
Entrepreneurship score is a 1, even though she owns and operates her OnlyFans channel.
Right, and she does,
also,
she has a beauty company.
To go from being like the Cash Me Outside girl on Dr. Phil to $51 million in 1 year, you need a ton of fucking entrepreneurial spirit.
100%.
This is really frustrating. I didn't even realize some of this stuff. This is really such lies. What, because she's not Forbes approved?
Right, no, totally, because she's considered lowbrow. I think the same could be said for Jake Paul.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But like, we didn't ask you what you think.
We just want the figures.
We want the facts and we want the figures. Number 17 then is Josh Richards at $5 million.
I feel like he would make more, but okay.
Yeah. Number 18, Marcus Brownlee from YouTube.
No clue.
19, 20. 21, Dixie D'Amelio, $10 million.
That sounds accurate.
22, new toaster, Danny Austin Ramirez, $8.2
oh my God,
million.
Okay. I saw this. 8.2. I need to talk to Danny Austin. Question mark.
Yeah, well, I think a big stream for her is Divi, which is the, like her hair care brand. I've used it for postpartum hair loss. It's a scalp serum, and what's crazy is like it's a brand, it's a whole line, but it's really just that one serum. And
right, that like launched it.
Yeah, Forbes reported that she had $23 million in sales to date.
Well, also, and I know this is only considering money from 2021, but I saw a lot about Danny Austin. Obviously, I became familiar with her a few weeks ago when she became a toaster, and I just like love to see it. Then, you know the like the water bottles that everyone's obsessed with, Stanley?
Yeah.
So they released like their new generation, and they like did the collab with Danny Austin exclusively, like on commission, and like they literally, I'm sure in one day she made $1 million. Wow. It was so crazy.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Number 25, our first fashion girly here, Ami Song at $2.8 million.
I'm sorry, to still be on that list when you have been like at the top of the blogger game for 10 years is so impressive.
Yeah.
Like she stays relevant. Good for her.
There are a couple fashion people on the list. This would make her the number 1. She has an entrepreneurship score of 3. But like, where's Kiara?
Kiara. Jinx.
Where's Kiara? Then Desi Perkins is number 26 at $12 million.
Tracks.
Bretman Rock is number 27 at $6 million.
Bretman Rock is the best influencer of all time, period. Like, I don't know anyone funnier or makes better content or literally, like, I don't even know. I would say he started as a beauty influencer. Now he just does whatever the fuck he wants. And, like, it's so funny. I love Bretman Rock.
He's a personality then.
He makes more than $6 million. Like, he's literally, he comes up on my TikTok every single day. Google partnership, like, more.
Noah Beck, number 28, $4.5 million. Mm-hmm. Camila Coelho, $2.5 million, number 30, another fashion girl. Both her and Ami have lines with Revolve.
Yeah.
Number 32, Tinks, $11 million with an entrepreneurship score of 1. But
how would Bretman Rock make $6 million and Tinks made $11 million?
Right, unless she has other businesses, which would make her entrepreneurship score higher. So that
what's her entrepreneurship score?
So what they're saying, she's $11 million in brand deals?
Right, she doesn't have any businesses of her own. Like, it's just brand deals. And, well, I guess it's from 2021. She went through, like, a major scandal, and I don't think she gets brand deals anymore. But in 2021, she did. But I don't... See, this is where I felt like the list really started to make no sense. Like, Bretman Rock making $6 million.
Number 33, Ricky Thompson, $2.5 million.
Same thing. Like, Ricky Thompson is... Like, brands are obsessed with him. He has so many followers.
But he has an entrepreneurship score of 3.
Oh, but from what? What does it say in the description? I feel like he just does brand deals.
He has 3 million followers on TikTok, has done sponsored content for brands like YSL Beauty, Montclair, and Marc Jacobs. He also is a regular face of Coach campaigns, has an exclusive...
Oh, he also has a Spotify
podcast, We Said What We Said, and is starring in his first feature film, Good Morning with Machine Gun Kelly, Megan Fox, and Dove Cameron. Ooh, sounds fantastic.
I feel like that would be a level 2 entrepreneurial.
Yeah, when that just doesn't make sense if Tinks has $11 million and an entrepreneurship score of 1. That's just incongruous.
Right, no, like I felt like this whole chart was confusing to me.
Then number 36, your girl Michele, $2.4 million.
Right, okay, so this is where the list officially became nonsense to me because I heard Michele Nigero, if you want to work with her, she's booked 2 years out in advance. She has 13 million followers on TikTok. She is easily the most influential person on the platform. She's certainly the most influential person in the beauty space. She does partnerships. She is so motherfucking rich. It's like multiple ads a day from premium ass companies. You're telling me she made what, $2.4 million? But, and I don't know why I'm like focused on Tinks, but like Tinks making $11 million, like,
with an entrepreneurship score of 1, I just want to say, and they didn't, if she does have other businesses, they didn't reference them. They talked about her brand deals, her podcast, and her Chipotle bowl that's named after her.
So that was an entrepreneurial score of 3, you're saying?
Yes.
Maybe it was more like they sat down with the person and like got a vibe of like their entrepreneurial levels, because this article makes no sense.
No, it makes no sense. But still, we appreciate that. Like, I'm just glad that...
I appreciate, like, knowing what everyone's up to because I'm nosy and annoying.
Knowing what everyone's up to and that, like, creators are getting respect. Like, they should be in the Forbes world. And I think a lot of people have found this so fucking interesting.
Yeah, no. And I'm curious how the creators feel about, like, their personal finances being on blast because I do think it would make a lot of them probably feel uncomfortable.
Yes, agreed. Shall I continue or...
No.
You're good. Okay, cool. Yeah. So those are the top creators, asterisk.
Right.
Of 2021. And I feel as though you needed to know that.
I definitely think you needed to know that. And what you also needed to know is today's Dear Toasters, our Wednesday advice segment. You write into deartoasters@gmail.com and we'll show you the world. I don't know how to finish that sentence. And it's brought to you by Studs.
Finish that sentence. Gotcha.
I'm not talking to you anymore. Today's episode is brought to you by Studs.
Let's just both talk at the audience, like not to each other.
Today's episode is brought to you by Studs. You've probably noticed the ultimate cool girl look is in and a fully loaded stacked earscape is in. If that feels a little intimidating, then you got to check out Studs. They coined the term earscape and they are the go-to authority for piercings and earrings and can help you curate an earscape based on your own anatomy and style. Studs is reimagining the piercing experience for each and every ear. If you want to refresh your look with new piercings or you need pro styling advice, you can shop online or in their Studs stores in LA, New York City, Austin, Nashville, Miami, Boston, or Seattle, and they have more coming soon. So there's nothing like a parsing party. If you want to get your ears parsed for the first time, Studs does it super well. They're a brand you can trust. They're clean. They have stylists. They know exactly where to put it. You're not going to get some wonky hole. And they make such cute jewelry if you're wanting to get into like the stacking game, or if you just want something simple. Head to the store or head to the website to find everything that you need. I have a ton of earrings from Studs. I have 2 holes in one ear and then 1 in the other. So I'm not like crazy, but I'm kind of edgy with my second hole.
She's so edgy.
They're made from high quality materials, which won't turn your skin green. They're lightweight and durable enough to wear all the time. You can even sleep and work out in them. They have over 250 styles of hoops, huggies, studs, cuffs, and dangles. And they pierce way more than just earlobes, so you can create a statement look or keep something you keep in every day. So the earrings start at just $10 per earring, and they're offering our listeners 20% off your first purchase when you go to studs.com/toast. Go to studs.com/toast for 20% off your first purchase. That's studs.com/toast. All right, so we have 2 submissions and 1 update. The first, Jackson Claude, how you doing?
Darn good.
I have a dilemma that I need to talk to you about. I need my best gals. I'm ready to hear whatever harsh but necessary advice is warranted.
Okay, she asked for harsh.
Right. My boyfriend is of 8 years, and I moved in together about a year ago. And since moving in, our sex life has been slim to none. We talk about it often because our work schedules just don't allow us to see each other at the sexiest times. So I felt that we were on the same page about it. I went to set an alarm on his phone for work yesterday, and I found him messaging several OnlyFans girls, specifically asking if any of them would be interested in fucking a fan. Quote. Also, I found different Snapchat accounts than what I know him as. Again, messaging girls, sending dick pics, the whole 9 yards. He knows I caught him. He was embarrassed, apologetic, and said all the things that I needed to hear. I do believe him that it wasn't anything more than a jerk off, and he offered to move out or whatever I wanted him to do. I love him and I'm comfortable, and I've worked so hard on a relationship over the last 8 years that I don't know what to do. He didn't actually cheat from what he's told me. Help. What would the morning toast do? Do I break up with this man and start from scratch at 28 years old? Okay, yes. 28 is not that old, first of all, and obviously, like, I know the fact that you've been together for so long is like making this challenging, when at the end of the day, this is like the least challenging prompt we've ever had. Not only was he keeping all this from you and lying, which is so deceptive and is so indicative of like a fucked up personality trait, but he was doing it with the intent to cheat on you. And the fact that none of these models want to fuck him, like, is just sheer coincidence. Like, he would have fucked someone if somebody would have fucked him.
If they would, quote, fuck a fan. He's got to go. First of all, he doesn't have time to have sex with you, but he has time to have multiple Snapchat accounts, OnlyFans accounts, to spend any of that amount of time on trying to woo you, even if it's an unsexy time of the day. Mm-hmm. This is really bad. I mean, if you had said, like, we don't have a lot of time to have sex, but I see him, like, he has OnlyFans, he looks at other girls and like watches porn or whatever, that would be a different conversation. But like, actively, he was looking to cheat on you. He just couldn't get arrested.
Right, which is sad for him. And like, you could do better than that as someone who can't even get arrested.
Gotta go. 28, you're so fine.
So young.
And you didn't even say like, this man is love of my life, like he's an angel. You said
I'm comfortable. Jackie, I thought the same thing.
This is your sign. He has absolutely got to go. He sounds like a piece of work, and will be so much better off without him. Also, like, the fact that you caught him and his response is like, you caught him cheating. You did. And he's like, no, I'll be better. Like,
I'll move out. Like, he's giving martyr energy. You have to let this man go. He sounds so fucking toxic, and this isn't even a red flag. It's literally like a red blanket. It's huge. Goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye. Sorry.
I'm so sorry. Like, but no.
Keep us posted on your single endeavors.
Yeah, like, move on. I know it feels like a long time because you were together for 8 years, but it's not like you're 40. You're 28. You're still young. You date someone for 1-2 years, get married at 30. That's normal.
Yeah, I was reading that book for the redheads, Dolly Alderton, and I
started it yesterday.
She said something pretty good in it. She said about breaking up with someone. Like, if you could go into a room and push a button and the breaking up would be done, there's no like logistics, him moving out, this or that, you would have him out of your life, and like everything else is taken care of. Would you do it?
Wow.
And that's your answer.
Now I'm kind of feeling like if that was an option, like, I'd totally do it to Ben. It just sounds so easy. Like, honestly, like, it's a little too enticing, you know?
Yeah, but you have to take
totally kidding,
all
by
the
way.
external factors out of the equation.
Right.
If you could be rid of this person, would you do it?
I just want to say I'm totally kidding. Like,
I know. No, it's a joke and it was funny.
Okay, yeah. Like, should I cut that out? Like, Ben is going to be mad.
No, he won't hear it.
Next up. Right, that's so true. Hey, Jackson Claude.
Hey.
I've been a toaster breather for years, and I have this neighbor who lives across the street. He's like an old man who lives by himself. He looks like Santa Claus, but he wears wife beaters. I don't know if we're still saying wife beaters, but whatever.
I haven't heard of a better term, like a replacement term. No, but a tank top is like spaghetti. If he's wearing a tank top, I'd be like, what the...
Sexy.
I can't visualize. There's too many. Yeah. It's too vague. It's an umbrella term.
So I tried to wave at him or smile at him over the years, but he's never acknowledged me or my husband. Anyway, I know being neighborly isn't for everyone, but I've noticed over the past month or so, every night when I'm in my bathroom getting ready for bed, I happen to look out the window. I can see him in his family room. He's literally watching porn. I see him. I can't see him, but I can't see what he's doing, but I can only imagine what he's doing. And it's like, close your blinds. Your laptop/TV is facing the window. Keep in mind, I've never met or spoken to this man. So do I leave an anonymous note letting him know that people can see, or do I just mind my own business?
That's so weird. It's every night.
Yeah. And it like looks directly into her bathroom. Get a window treatment.
No, that's like psychotic behavior.
Yeah, I know, but what is she going to do? Like, he's in his own house minding his own motherfucking business.
I don't know.
She's the one not minding her own business.
No, but like, that's
I say leave
crazy.
it alone.
No, don't do anything. Don't do anything to him. It's just...
Put up some plants outside your window.
Put up some McPlants.
A shrub.
McPlants.
Yeah, what is our sponsor? FastGrowingTrees.com? Like, go get a tree.
Yeah.
Like, you can't say anything because, one, it's like creepy. Technically, you're the one like peeping Tom on him. And he's not breaking any laws. He's literally just watching porn. So
yeah, no, and it's like, you said it's like a laptop or an iPad, so it's a smaller device. It's not like his television, his 80-foot set that he knows you can see from the street. Like, I'm sure he would be embarrassed.
Of course.
I would hope that he'd be embarrassed.
He obviously lives alone. He's looking for like some female companionship on his iPad.
I just feel like he has to know that you can see it and that people can see it from the street, and like he keeps doing it.
No, you know what? Like, he's older. Like, older people don't think of that. Like, we are like, we're born with cell phones in our hands. Like, we're so conscious of our phones and the angles. And like, older people, like, they don't think everyone's looking because they didn't grow up looking at other people's phones.
Okay,
you know?
Okay, you're convincing me.
The convincer.
The convincer.
I say leave it alone, for real. Like, it's really not your business.
Regardless, leave it alone. Put up a shrub.
Our third and final, I've been just literally waiting. We're going on an 1.5-hour episode. Like, I've just been waiting to get to this. Ready? Mm-hmm. So last week we had a girl write in about the fact that her husband was switching to coffee from energy drinks and was getting like yellow stains, and just his teeth were getting gross, and he says he'll whiten his teeth, but he never makes the appointment, and she was getting really fed up. And basically we told her, like, yeah, no, yellow teeth aren't great, but you kind of sound like a naggy bitch. And like, he's working hard, like, leave him alone a little bit.
He made the switch, like, and now it's something else.
Yeah, you were the one who convinced him to switch to coffee from energy drinks. Like, he's doing his best. Now she writes in, and I just want to say I really appreciate her writing in so quickly because this one was fresh in my mind. Jackson Claude, following up on the husband with yellow teeth. First off, thank you for the slap in the face that I needed. I was being so naggy, and getting an outside perspective really helped me realize that. I definitely need to pick my battles, and I should probably stop being a petty wench. I was all for never bringing it up again, but guess what happened? We went out to lunch with his friends and our new baby, and my girlfriend snapped a few pictures. When my husband asked me to show him them later in, he zoomed in on his teeth. I didn't say a word. I just said, "Aw, that's a great picture of you." The next morning, I saw whitening strips in the bathroom. Thank you again, girls. See, some things just take care of themselves.
The universe works itself out.
I'm so happy for you because you win now. Your husband's taking care of it, and you look like the cool, chill wife who just made a suggestion and didn't like nag him about it.
Loves him no matter what his teeth look like.
Oh my God. And see, that's what happens when you write into the morning toast. Like, we literally solve every single one of your problems.
Literally.
I'm so happy for you. Thank you for trusting us with your problem. Thank you for writing in your update right 1 week later. And I'm so happy that it worked out for you. And I love you. And if you guys want to write in to get advice from clearly two like Carmen Sandiego problem solving queens, deartoasters@gmail.com. We will always keep it anonymous, and you can write in about anything, and we appreciate you guys being vulnerable and sharing this safe space with us.
And being open to self-reflection.
Yes, because sometimes like when people write in, it's hard for us to say it, but like you, the person writing in, like you are the problem.
No, but everyone can, when there's a problem, everyone has contributed to it. So to recognize, for the most part, that we've seen some, like girl number one, you didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
So to recognize the role that you play in something is very powerful.
It is. And I've enjoyed that immensely. So thank you for that. we're bordering on another 90-minute episode. I have to pee
so
fucking
badly.
bad.
I'm gonna have to stop drinking coffee during these episodes because
you know what? I was thinking the same thing. I'm gonna have to stop drinking water or coffee because it's not normal.
It's too much.
Thank you guys so much for listening to The Morning Toast, the Millennial Morning Show, where we deliver the fast 5 stories that you need to know every Monday through Friday on YouTube. So if you're watching us on YouTube, please feel free to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. We're also available as podcasts anywhere podcasts can be found. So that's Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, Public Radio, iHeartRadio, CastBox, all the places. Where we listen to podcasts, find us The Morning Toast, and leave a 5-star review about how beautiful, stunning, and smart we are. Hope you guys have an amazing hump day. And we'll see you tomorrow for my Funny Girl review.
Can't wait.
And we'll see you then. Bye.
See ya. Bye.